What's up you guys? Today's video was requested. I'm actually really excited to do this video because the last time I built an animal from the mini building blocks, I think that was 3 years ago, and it was the jackalope, and then before that it was the roadrunner. Off camera since then I've done the orca and the shark as well. And I've gotten tons of comments on how hard these instructions are. And since I've built 4 animals, I feel bad and I want to share my tips and tricks on how to build one of these animals successfully. So today's requested animal is the tiger, and it has 493 pieces, which is way more than I've ever done before, and it has stripes. So it looks pretty intense. We're gonna do this together. If you have the tiger, hopefully you can follow along. And if you don't have the tiger, if you have a different animal, hopefully this will somehow help a little bit. I'm going to be showing you my point of view, so what I'm going to be seeing as I'm building. That way you guys can get a better feel on what I'm talking about and how I'm going about building this. I'm noticing this one says for ages 12 and up, and the ones I've done in the past are 7 and up, so hopefully this isn't too much of a challenge compared to the other ones I've done, and hopefully I can at least help one person out, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Let's get started. First of all, these are all the boxes of my old ones. I put them there just so that nothing falls in the crack because I'm doing this on my dresser. But here is the box. Looks a little different than the other ones that I've opened. These are all the pieces. I'll open these in a second. These are the instructions. And don't toss your instructions out just because I'm helping you out here. You're gonna need to look at these. Wow, it looks super intense. There's 38 numbers. Oh my gosh, 38 steps. That's so many steps. And then at the bottom, we have the base. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these pieces out of this bag. I'm gonna put the similar pieces in their respective piles. So, here's what it looks like inside. This is a piece you're gonna use if you make a mistake. So it'll help you remove any pieces that you might need to remove. So I'm gonna speed through this process and I'll show you my piles in the end. You can do piles or you can make them as organized as you want. I will try to make them a bit more organized. That way you guys can visually see what's going on. Also, a side note, usually the instructions will tell you how many pieces are in the bag. You don't need to count the pieces, at least I don't feel like you do, because there's gonna be extra pieces that you might not even use. Also, just pointing out, these are 2 different pieces. There are some pieces that look the same, but they're slightly different. So just be careful of those pieces. Alright, I'm just going to tell you guys that if you need to pause at any point throughout the video, if I'm going too fast, feel free, or if I'm going too slow and you need to skip ahead, feel free as well. But here are all the pieces. I've separated them into different piles, and it's a lot. I was actually getting a little overwhelmed doing this, but like I said, I'm still excited. So what I usually do next is I look at the instructions and I kind of look at each step just to see how I'm going to be building on to this tiger here. And it does look overwhelming, and I will make sure to explain to the best of my ability what's going on. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and folded this paper so that I'm only really seeing like number 1 and number 2. That way I don't get flustered by any of the other steps because this is a lot. Number 1, we're gonna start with these pieces. So if you want to go ahead and grab these pieces, that way you know exactly what you need. It might be helpful for you to do that. So I've gathered the pieces. They're all right here where my hand is. And what we're going to start with first is this part right here. We're not going to skip and do this part first. This is the bottommost part. So we're going to do these 2 building blocks, which is this and this. And we're not putting it on this square slab yet because it doesn't tell us to do that. So if it doesn't say to start on here, don't start on here. Just lay it on a flat surface and start it here. Nothing's gonna stick yet until we start putting some pieces together. Then, as we can see, this piece right here is next, and this, I'm gonna call them notches because I don't know what to call them. This notch right here is gonna connect to this notch and this black one. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect those real quick. There we go. It's our first connected piece. And after that, we can see that since the white one was connected to the black one, we're gonna go ahead and start connecting that as well. It goes directly behind this two-piece black one. And that's how it looks right now. Then we're gonna continue with this one. And according to the instructions, connects like this. We need this orange one, and it's gonna connect like this. And the last piece should line up right here. Okay, and that is the first step. If you need to go back, feel free. And like I said, if you're ready to go forward, I'm gonna continue. So step 2, as you can see, there is something that's highlighted here, and that's just to define that this piece is different from this piece. So make sure you grab the taller version as well. So here's our main piece that we're working with. Here's everything that we're gonna use in this step. Back to the instructions. I wanna make note that anything that you see highlighted in blue is everything we've done in the previous step. So there aren't gonna be any blue pieces, right? That's just what we've done here. Everything that's in the orange, black, white color, that's gonna be the stuff that we're adding on to the blue piece. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with these little black pieces here that have 3 notches and they're at a 90-degree angle. So this actually is pretty simple to place. You just need to put it on the edge here. And then this one as well, it's just a mirror image on this side. So there's that. So here's what this piece looks like now. So we're gonna do this red piece next, you know, whatever's highlighted in red here. And in order to get this formation, we need to do these steps first, and it'll always go right to how to do it. So we need to place this little orange one here. We need the long black one. And the reason I know we need the long black one is because, again, it's highlighted yellow here and it's highlighted yellow here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this black one and place the back here, just like this. And the orange one that's shorter than this black piece is actually connected to the shorter black piece. If that makes sense. So it's gonna look like that. Then what we're gonna do is take this piece and it connects right here.
I actually picked up the wrong piece here. I needed the orange piece with 8 notches, not 6. I fixed this later, so just make sure you're picking up the right pieces.
Now that we've made this, we can attach it right here, and it goes, well, it should go right here, but it's just not connecting properly. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna do this piece, and I will get back to this. In order to make that, we need this little orange triangle piece, and we need this one which has 10 notches on it. So let's see, if we're holding it the way the picture shows us, this connects right here. If you guys can see that, it should go right here. We're gonna put this white piece on next, and that looks like it goes right here.
The white piece needs to go down a notch. I ended up fixing this, and because I misplaced this white piece, I have to move a few of the other pieces down, so make sure you're paying attention to where you're placing everything. You'll see me fix this in a little bit. And then we're gonna make this next formation right here in yellow. So we need the 3 again, and then another, just a single building block piece that has 3 lined up like this, and 4, little square one. So these 2 are gonna connect, and then right here, this one's gonna connect. And let's see, this goes right here. Here's where I fix my mistakes. This needs to be right here. Okay, I'm gonna go to step 3, and I'm gonna make sure this is the right formation. So we're on number 3, and it does look the same as whatever's highlighted in blue here. I'm gonna grab all the things that you need for number 3, right in here. Here's everything that we need right here. So basically, we don't have to add anything on. All we're making is this formation here, and they tell you exactly how you do it. Start from the bottom, work your way up. Okay, we're gonna call this level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1, we need the square. Then we need 2 of these positioned just like that. Then we need this 4 to go behind it. That's gonna be level 2, and this will be level 3. Level 1, level 2, and level 3. So the first thing we need to connect is this piece, which is going to connect right here. So now that we know where this first piece connects, we can place everything else where it belongs. Okay, so level 1 and level 2 are connected. Level 3, we're gonna start off with this orange piece here, which connects to this notch right here. Then we're gonna connect these 2 pieces, which go like this and like this. So here is the final outcome. So we're gonna place it on the 3rd one back here, and what's connecting is this orange piece. Just gonna go just like this, and it should fit pretty nicely. So we're seeing the stripes and the body already formed. So now we're moving on to step number 4. I am going to tell you guys to gather these pieces every single time because it is actually pretty helpful. These are the 2 tall ones, so make sure you have a tall one that looks like this and a tall one that has a square shape. We're gonna start with this, and we're gonna place it right where it needs to go. Okay, so the first part of this step is to place this here, and it should line up perfectly, just like that. Next, we should be able to easily place everything else. We're gonna start on this side right here. We're gonna use this piece and place this here. Then we need this orange piece right here, and it's gonna line up just here. And we need one of these little black square pieces, which goes directly in front of the little 2-piece one that we just put down. And right in front of that, we have a black piece that looks like this. We're gonna place this just in front of this larger orange piece that we just put down. Got another little 2-piece orange one right in front of it. And then next we have this thicker little 4-piece here, and we're gonna place that right in front there. So now we finished this whole right side for this step. We need to do the next side here, and we can just start with this 4-piece here, which connects just across from the other one that we placed here. Then we're going to place an orange one here, an orange 2-piece one here, and then the black two-piece one just behind it. Now we've gotten to the part where we need to build this blue highlighted area. So we're gonna start at level 1, level 2, and level 3. I'm gonna place it on this flat surface first. That way you guys can visualize what's going on. This is layer 1, layer 2, let's not worry about that piece yet, and then this piece. Based off of what's going on over here, we're gonna place this two-piece orange one directly on the front here, and this two-piece black one right here, so it just forms a bigger square. This one just goes right here, just like that. Now we can go ahead and place this right here. And the last piece that we need to put on is this thicker two-piece one, which goes right here. And there's step 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep my paper folded like this because it's only this area right here. I'm gonna grab these pieces that we need right here and I will lay them out. All right, so here's everything we need for this step. And it does look like another formation that we're gonna have to build on and then attach to whatever we've completed in steps 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Here's level 1 and level 2. So we're gonna make this identical flat on the surface, and then we'll make this identical flat on the surface as well, and then we'll connect what these little green lines are telling us to connect to, which will help us connect the rest of whatever's on level 2 to level 1. Okay, so that's what level 1 looks like and level 2. Now they just need to be connected. So it looks like it'll be easier to connect these 2 larger orange pieces to level 1 first in order to get everything else around it to attach. So what I'm actually gonna do, just to make it easier for myself, is pick up this first piece and then attach this square directly behind it, and then attach this piece that goes in the middle here. Then I'm going to attach this, and I'm going to do the same exact thing here and attach the square. So this piece and this piece over here can't stick yet until I put on the other pieces. So what I need to do next is I need to attach this black square right here, this right here. So now that side's attached, and then this black piece here. Okay, then I've attached the white one. We're gonna go ahead and attach this other white one here to mirror the white one we just put on. Then we're gonna work our way back to front here. That way it will attach easier. I'm gonna place this little tiny orange piece here. Place this here. And then we've got the last white piece, which goes right here. Now we've built this piece, and now we just need to attach it to our main piece. So this back piece back here, right here, is going to attach right there. Just like this. All right, it's coming along. Let's move on to step 6. I'm gonna get the materials needed for this step. Also, I noticed sometimes I grab like the wrong amount of some of these things. Just make sure you're grabbing the right amount. It's easy for me to fix, but it might be difficult for someone who's just doing this for the first time. So number 6 is actually pretty self-explanatory. We don't need to build anything and then attach it. We just attach whatever the pieces are here. Let's start with the white one. It says we need to connect it just like this. Oh my goodness. Right here. There we go. We can add this piece directly behind it. So this is a good time to note that this front piece that we did in step 5 is a little fragile. So just be firm, but make sure that you're a little fragile or careful with it. We're gonna put this black piece here as well. That goes in the front. Okay, we need this little square right here. We're gonna continue with this side and work our way back around. Make sure, that's what I'm talking about, it's fragile. Make sure everything is lined up properly as well. Okay, now we're gonna do this piece back here, and it looks like it's slightly hanging off. So we're gonna make sure that it's slightly hanging off and continue. Orange one here. Then we need this long black piece right here. Then we need this. Need this to go this way. We need the two. Oh, we need this orange one first. We need this black one. If you have bigger fingers, this might be a little difficult for you right here. We've already laid this longer piece down, so we're gonna move up here and do this piece, which goes like this. And then we need this orange piece right here. And that's step 6. Now we're gathering the pieces for step 7. Everything we need is circled around here. We're going to start with this white piece because they tell us exactly where to place it. And then we're going to work our way around again. So the white piece goes on the second notch here. We need this one, which goes right here. Got this one next. Then we've got these two pieces here. Ooh. This front piece is still pretty fragile. So if yours pops off, just place it back. We need this one. Sometimes I have to count these because, I don't know, my eyes kind of can't tell sometimes. And this one connects right here. Then we've got this long piece again, which goes just here. Oh, right here. Sometimes you have to take the time to really squeeze these together because they like to separate. So I'm just really making sure these are all connected nicely. So we've done that. I'm gonna go back up to the front here and I'm gonna get this white piece. And I'm gonna place this right here. Then I need another one of these. And this just goes right here. This one next, which goes just behind it. Another one of these. Okay, then it looks like we have a space here. So we don't need to put anything there. We're gonna continue behind this long piece and place this right here. And we've got the square. We've got this orange square, which goes right behind it. 2-piece orange goes right here, and 2-piece black one goes right here. Now we need to build this blue section as well as this pink section. So we're gonna start off with the blue section. Level 1, level 2, and level 3. Pretty simple to place these together. These two just go on top of each other. This one connects just like that. And we can go ahead and place this one as well. So we're gonna leave a space and place this right here, just like that. Now we're gonna do a little bit of this same thing on the other side. We just have the orange piece, the black piece, and this longer 3-notched black piece. So orange and the black, then this black piece right here, and it's gonna go right across from the one we just placed, just like that. Then we need this piece and this piece. We're gonna place this one next. It goes just behind this one, and then this goes just in between right here. We're gonna start number 8. I had actually started number 8 and I squeezed too hard and this whole thing fell apart, so I had to start over at number 1, and I just decided to do that off camera. Starting with step 8, I think these are all the pieces that you need. We're gonna start with this piece because they tell us where it goes, which I think it's right here. Just be very careful with this because it will break apart if you squeeze too hard. But you gotta squeeze a little hard, you know, to make sure your stuff's on there, but just be careful at this point because you don't want to have to start over. And then we need this piece here. We need this piece and this piece. And then we've got this square, which goes here. We're gonna take this longer piece here and place it right here, just so it lines up. We've got this long piece right here, and we're gonna place it right here. This is where I messed up, so be very careful with this area. Gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay, we did it. I was placing this piece earlier and it just broke everything apart, so I was really nervous about that right now. We have this piece, which is gonna go right here. So it's just gonna hang off a little. We got black, singular orange, and another singular black piece right here. We've got this piece here with 10 notches. I'm gonna place this now. 2 black piece goes here. We've got this longer piece, which is gonna go right in this nook. Okay, so this was confusing right now. It looks like a long black piece only because this is highlighted and this is highlighted behind it, but this is a regular length black piece, so it's this one. It's gonna go right here. So leaving a notch open, a long orange piece here that's gonna go just behind it. And let's see, now we need to continue on with this side. We've got 3 here, one of these right here, a singular orange to go over here. We're gonna leave a space and do this one right here so it's aligned with the one we just put down up there. And we're gonna leave these 3 empty and do a square piece right here. And we've got this bigger piece right here, which is gonna line up right in here. This piece right here, which is gonna go, it looks like it's gonna go here. Hopefully that's right. And then a black piece right here. This piece, which is gonna go right on the end here. I think I grabbed extra pieces. This is how it looks now after step 8. Now we're on step 9. I folded my paper a little differently so that I can see what's going on here. We're right here. This is what we're doing. So grab these pieces. Okay, here's everything we need. Gonna go ahead and start this piece because it tells you where it needs to go. We're just gonna place it right here. Next, we're gonna do this piece right here and place it right here. Then we've got a singular black piece, which is gonna go right here. Got this piece right here. We've got this one right here, which is gonna go just here. Hold on, let me hold this with this hand. We need this square piece next. Then we need this piece next. Then we're going to place one of these pieces here, and we need a singular orange piece to fill in that little gap. This 2-piece black one right here, and we've completed this side. So then we're going to go in on this side again, and then we'll get to the back area of number 9. I'm going to put this right here. That way you guys can see what I'm working with here. So we've done all this. Now we're going to go here. It goes just like this. Snap it in right there. Got an orange piece right here. 2 notches. And then we've got this longer piece, which is going to go, just making sure, right in between there, lined up so that it's smooth on the edge here. We've got this orange piece right here, which is going to go like this. And then we've got a singular black piece to fill in the gap. Got another one of these longer pieces, which is just gonna go in again so it's smooth over here. And we've got this large orange piece as well. Now we're gonna go and do this back area. We're gonna start with this square piece here, and we're gonna place it right here, just in front of this black piece. We've got a singular black piece going on this side, and an orange one going on this side. And make sure they're going on straight, otherwise it's gonna mess up whatever you're gonna put on top, and it's gonna make it hard to put the next piece on. Then we're gonna place this piece right here. And there's step 9, and here's how it looks so far. Now we're gonna gather all the pieces for step number 10. And then again, you need to make sure to have the thicker versions of these. And let's start with this piece here. Let's see, this piece right here goes right here. And then you place this piece right on the corner of the black one. And then we're gonna place this longer piece right here so that it's smooth in the front. And we've got this longer, skinnier piece right here, which is also gonna go side by side there. And we've got a black one, which is gonna go just here, and make sure all of those line up nicely. Then we've got a singular orange piece, which is gonna go right here. Got this piece here. We're gonna keep going on this side, so this side, and we're gonna put this just behind the black piece. So there's gonna be an empty gap there. You're gonna have a black 2-notched piece right here. Got this piece next, which is gonna go on the edge, and then we've got a singular black piece behind it. Next we have one of these, which is gonna go right here. Okay, then we're gonna take another one of these pieces, and it's gonna go right here, which then leads to another one of these singular orange pieces. And let's see, I think it goes here. Yeah, 2 spaces, 1 gap on the other side. We've got 2 longer pieces that go right here. Let's see, got another one here. And we're just alternating the colors here with the thicker pieces. And we've got 3 right here, which is gonna go on just like this. Got this black piece, which is gonna go on just like that. So I'm gonna start back at this piece, and we've got one of these behind it, just like this. Orange one, same size directly behind it. This piece behind that. Got a gap here. We need a singular one with the notch to go right here, just after the gap right here. Then we need a long one, and that's gonna go right here. This thick one right here. Be very careful right here. Then we've got 3 little triangular piece right here, and that's it. I think I grabbed extra pieces so I used everything. And that's number 10. And we can really see this body coming along. For number 11, we need these pieces and these thicker or longer pieces right here. Starting with this black piece here and placing it right there. Okay, so this piece is gonna go right here. Then we've got this piece next, which is gonna go right here. We wanna make sure that the front is even and smooth. Got this piece next, and we're gonna work on this side first. So we're gonna do this piece right here. Where's the square? Here it is. We have a gap, and we're gonna leave it like that. Just make sure that's secure. Got this 3 piece right here. And we've got this piece next. Just gonna line up on the other side here, leaving a gap right here. And got this longer piece right here, which is going to line up with this black piece right here that we've just put down. We've got a black square just behind that, 2 piece one right here. We've got this longer piece right here. Just behind that, we have this piece. Next is this one, and then we've got another 2 piece right here. Okay, now we're gonna go and finish this side, one of these, and that is gonna go like this. And we need a singular piece to fill in the gap here. And we're gonna do the same thing again and fill in this gap. Then we're gonna use this piece, place it right here. And then there's gonna be a little gap right there, and then we have this long strip. Then we have another gap, and then we're gonna place this orange piece right here, this thicker orange piece, and then we've got a thicker black piece just behind it. Got this piece next, and a square, which is gonna go right here.
I noticed some of these pieces should be moved over to the left 1 notch, so just make sure to take your time and make sure everything is where it should be. I'll point it out in a little bit.
And there's step 11. Next, we're gonna get the items for number 12, and we've got 2 special pieces. It looks like we have to build this part and this part, but we are gonna start right here, and we're gonna place that white piece. And then we'll work on this pink highlighted area. So for now, I'm gonna place it right here. I think it goes here, not quite sure. So we need to make 2 of these. And then we're gonna build this blue highlighted area first before we put on this other piece that we just made, because it said to make 2 here. So we need this square with this angle right here, and then we need this piece behind it and this. Let's connect this, and then we'll add this bottom piece beneath. We're gonna leave a space, and we're going to attach. We're gonna move everything up 1 so that it looks like, this. We need this piece right here, and this is gonna be fragile, so be careful with it. Then we need this piece right here. This black piece is gonna go right here. Then we've got this one just behind it, and just behind this long piece here, we're gonna put this black piece. This one's next, and we've got one of these, and this is gonna be slightly over. There is a space here, so it's gonna be a fragile spot. Make sure it's lined up. Got another one of these, and it's gonna line up like this. Next long black one, that's the same size, goes right here. Then we've got this one right here, just behind it. I messed up on step 11, so I'm gonna fix what I did wrong. So on step number 11, this black square is supposed to be covering the middle. It's supposed to meet with this piece right here, which means this needs to be brought over 1, and same here. You can see slightly that there is blue notches on the side, and I left it smooth, so that means I should have left that space, and I did not. So let me just fix that piece. Okay, I'm gonna continue with the back on number 12 just to make sure that everything fits properly. It'll be okay now. We shouldn't have a problem, and I didn't say I was perfect at this, so I obviously still make mistakes, and this is the first time I'm doing this particular animal, so of course I was gonna make some mistakes. So then we've got these pieces. Now we've got this black 4-piece. Got the same thing here with this orange piece. We've got this little 2-piece here. Let's see, let's place it. This piece is a bit fragile, so we're gonna be careful placing this orange piece right here because there's a gap. We've got this 4-piece right here, which is gonna go right here, I believe. I'm gonna place this one now. We need this piece, and we need it to go right here. So we're gonna do this black one right here, the 2 thicker pieces, and there is a gap. Okay, so then we have a space. We have black here, single black, single orange, and another single black. Okay, we finished step 12. That's how it should look. If you need to go back and make sure you're doing it right. Step 13, gather these pieces. We're gonna start with this white piece and place it there. So just based off of the picture, we're working on the mouth area here. So we're right around here, and then we haven't done the legs yet. We haven't done this little flooring, or I think those are rocks that it's gonna be standing on. So we are working up. We've pretty much, we're working on it. We're almost there. I think it goes here. This one's gonna go, I think this is gonna line up right here. And we've got this white piece. We've got this red piece here. Another one of these white pieces goes on this side. And we're gonna do black. And then this. Next, we're gonna add this piece and place it right here. Be careful, be careful, be careful. I can feel everything wiggling. Okay, we're gonna place this black piece right here. Place this piece right here, one of these black pieces behind it. Then we're gonna move on to the other side, put a black piece here, orange piece, this black piece right here. Then we need this thick orange piece, and we're gonna place it right in there. And then this lines up right there, so with these 2 notches. Then we've got black, and then the colors just alternate, so we got an orange and then a black. Step 13 is done. So for step 14, we need these pieces. It looks like we're continuing on with this front area here, which is very fragile. We're gonna start with this black piece and place it there. Okay, so it looks like it goes right about here. We're gonna go ahead and put this white piece here as well. This orange piece right here. This black piece. And we've got this longer piece. This little black piece here is gonna go right here. We've got an orange piece right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Got a black piece just behind this orange piece, and this piece goes right here, and this singular orange piece goes right there. So now we need to fill in this area. We've got this piece, then we've got this piece, and this one goes right here. And there's step 14. And we're gonna be moving on to the back of these instructions. It feels so good to be on the back. I'm so excited to be on the back. We are going to get these pieces right here. We're gonna be starting off with this orange piece and placing it right here. So this orange piece is gonna go right here. And now that that's been placed, I wanna build what's highlighted in blue, because if this isn't placed in the right spot, then whatever's highlighted in blue will let me know. So this blue area is what we're gonna be working on right now, and it has a lot of components going on. So let's do this part first. We need one of these white pieces and then this orange piece. And it's gonna look like this. When you place it, this pink side is just showing the same thing that we did here. It's just a mirror image. So now we have 2 pieces that mirror each other, and those both connect as it shows right here. And this red piece, we need to make this red piece, this red highlighted area. And that takes black, and then that orange piece that has this like weird edge, it just goes on like that. So the black was supposed to be hanging off on this little area that we were doing here. So now we can attach these white pieces here. And now it should look right. And then we can attach the corners of the white pieces right. Oh, no. Okay, so this took some messing around with both of my hands to make sure this was on securely. So if you need to take time to do that, make sure that you pause so that you can do that, because it is extremely fragile and it does pop off. We need these orange pieces that have no notch to go on the end of both these sides. Here we go. Then we need this piece over here to go right here. Oh my gosh. Right here. We need this piece next. Just gonna go right here. We've got this piece, which looks like it's going like this. And we've got this one. This one should be lined up like this, leaving a gap. And then we'll have this fourth piece, or the piece with 4 notches just behind it. And then we've got the black one next. This one going just like this, and this just like that. We'll fix it. There we go. Then we've got this one, and there's step 15. So we're almost done with the head. We've done the mouth. For step 16, we're gonna get these pieces. We're gonna start back here and place it. So it looks like we're placing this black one right here. So the last piece that we put on was this piece that's square with 4 notches. We're gonna place it so that you can still see the square. Then we're gonna do orange, then black again. We're gonna do this piece right beside it. We're gonna do a black, and then we're gonna do orange on this side, and then a black square and an orange piece. Then on this side we're gonna do an orange square, and we're gonna place these right here and this one right here on this side. Remember, it's still fragile, so be careful. And then we're gonna place the eyes just in front, and those are the rounded black pieces that are singular. And just behind it, this part, we're gonna place this. And there's step 16. For step 17, we need these pieces. Now that I've gathered all the pieces for step 17, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this piece, and you can see that it's slightly different from like a regular square piece because it has this slant to it. So we're gonna go ahead and place that. So that piece goes about right here, and we're gonna place a single right here. This one going like this. I'm gonna go ahead and place the other side too because it's just so fragile. Then we're gonna place one of these right here, and we're gonna place one of these white squares on top of the eye area over here, so the rounded black piece. And we're gonna do the same thing with this side. And then we have a single that goes right here, and we've got this other angled piece goes right about here. Got one of these that goes here. Then we're gonna put this piece here, and we're gonna put this square right here so that it's lined up with the middle dots of these 3 pieces that we just put down. And that's step 17. I'm gonna grab the pieces for step 18 now. For 18, I know we've used these pieces before, but anything that's flat like that, make sure you're really placing it in the right spot because they're really hard to take off. If you make a mistake, you're gonna have to try to remove whatever's beneath it. So even though I've been starting like wherever the green arrow is, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this black piece because it tells me exactly where it needs to go, and that's gonna be the easiest part to follow. Right behind this slant here, just like in this picture, and we're gonna place the black piece. Then we've got the 2 singular orange pieces right next to it. Black behind the orange singular pieces on both sides, and then it looks like we've got these pieces, which also you need to be careful with these pieces too because they won't be easy to take off either. So we're gonna place them just behind the black piece, and this one's gonna go in this direction. So let's see, can you see? And the other one's gonna go and mirror it so it looks like that. We're gonna take this piece next and we're gonna place that just behind the black piece and in between those two pieces that we just placed. And we're gonna take another black piece and put it behind these sharper pointy ones. To the sides of these sharp pointy ones we have white right here and right here. And on top of the white ones goes these square ones that are flat. Next, we're gonna finish up this step with these little sharp pointy ones, and we're gonna place this one on this side like this. And we're gonna do the opposite, or the mirror image of it on this side. And then this one goes on like this. And this last one goes on the same way on this side. And that is step 18. Those are the ears. And the face is pretty much done. Looks so cute. Moving on to step 19. These are the pieces that we need. So step 19, we're starting leg number 1. So we need to start from the bottom and work our way up. So I'm gonna put this in levels again so that way you can see. We've got level 1, level 2, level 3. Then we have level 4. Which is gonna have these two pieces on top of this one. We need to connect this one here. This piece goes right here, and let's connect these pieces first. So we've got a white right here and a black one right here, and this white piece is gonna connect. So that's step number 19. Let's see what step 20 needs us to do. So first we need these pieces. So for step 20, we're gonna call this level 1 now. Level 2 is gonna be this white one and this orange one, and then this is level 3. So let's attach that. And this is what it should look like now. Now we're going to 21. We need these items. We need to make this piece right here. So we need the white and the black. And let's go ahead and connect it. So the white piece is just gonna go in the corner. And then we need this larger white piece, which is gonna go behind it. Then next we need this longer white piece, which just connects to the back of this piece. And let's go ahead and connect this as well. So it should look like that. And let's connect this right here. And then let's get this orange piece here. Connect this right here. And this piece that goes right in front of it is gonna go just like this. So that's leg number 1. And they don't tell us where to place it yet. So make sure you know which leg is which for now. I'm gonna put leg number 1 on top of my orca box, which is right here. Now we're going to number 22, and we need these pieces. The beginning of leg number 2 is actually pretty similar to leg number 1. So we start off here, we connect the thick square one here, then we do the little 2-piece one right here. We've got this thicker piece, and we're gonna put the black on this side instead of the other side this time, and the white on the other side. And we're gonna connect it. Then for 23, we need these pieces. And for this one, we are going to place it like this. I'm just gonna place it directly on top here. Just like this. We're gonna get this other white piece and place this on top of the other white piece, and then this thinner orange piece is gonna go right here so it sticks out a little. 24, we need these pieces. All right, so again, we're gonna make this little formation. The white piece goes in the corner of this weird black shaped piece that's like a triangle, but it's not a triangle, so it'll look like like that underneath. So then we need to build this next piece. So we need a single orange piece, this black piece, and this next orange piece. And we can see here, this is where each of them connect. So single orange piece, a black piece. Then we need this piece. And it's gonna go on just like this. This one's gonna go like this. And this one is gonna go right here. Oh, let's try this again. There we go. Let's go ahead and line this up so that we can visually see what it's gonna look like. This piece right here, the second notch is gonna go on this front piece, this front notch. So let's make sure that's lined up. Let's do this piece next. Then we'll do this, which goes in that gap right there. And then this one goes on this little notch that's missing something. And that's leg 2. So I'm gonna put leg 2 on top of my jackalope box right here, just so I know that's leg 2. Okay, we're moving on to step 25, and these are the pieces that we need. Leg 3 starts off a bit differently. We've got a square and a white one. And we've got another square, level 3, which is gonna be this orange piece. And then level 4 is gonna be a combination of these. So we'll get there. Let's start with level 1. This one's gonna connect these two, just like this. Then we've got this one, which is gonna go back here, like a little stair. This orange one right here, we can go ahead and place that one, I think. And let's go ahead and do this. So we've got the white one and the other white one, and it just goes together like this. And we're gonna place this black one on top of it, and the black one will just go into this notch right here. Then for 26, we need these things. So we're gonna start off by connecting this big square piece. For this next part, we are going to use 2 of these, connect them, and then we're going to connect this one right here. Then we need the black one, which is gonna go right here, and we need one of these, which is gonna go right here, and this one's gonna connect right here in that empty notch. For the top level, we've got this orange one, just connects right here, a white singular piece right here, and then this one, which goes right here, and leg number 3 is done. I'm gonna put leg number 3 on top of my Roadrunner box right here. That way I know that's leg number 3. To finish up the legs, we got leg number 4, which has these items. So to start off leg 4, it's gonna start similar to leg number 3. Just gonna separate it so you guys can visually see how these things are gonna stack on top of each other. We've got these 2 stacking like that, and this one, and we're making our little staircase. We can go ahead and put on the orange one, which is gonna go on this side this time. And then we're gonna create this next part, and we're gonna put this one so that it creates a square. And then we're going to go to step number 28, which includes these pieces. Okay, so for 28, we're gonna go ahead and stack this thick orange piece on top. We're gonna add this black one right in front right here, this double one right here. Well, this is not straight. Okay, there. Double piece right there. Then we've got this contraption that we need to make. So we're gonna stack 2 singular white pieces, and we're gonna place this right here on this piece so that it looks like that. And we're gonna place this down here. And then we're going to add this orange piece on this side, this long white piece here, and this singular white piece here. And there's leg number 4. And I'm gonna place that one on top of my tiger box right here. The next part we're gonna do is the tail. we're almost done. We need these pieces. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up, the same as we've been doing. This is gonna be level 1 right here. Then we're gonna have level 2, level 3, and level 4. The middle notch here is gonna connect with the front white piece right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that, these two, and then I'm gonna add the black one to it. Now I can add this white piece, which is gonna match the front of this white piece that we just placed, and this black piece here. So this back corner connects with the middle notch here, and then this square, the front corner connects with the front corner of this piece. There's the first part of the tail. So step 30, we need one of these and 2 of these. And all we're doing is adding on to what we just built. This black one is just gonna go ahead and connect to the white one. White one's gonna connect, and so is this one. Just right on top of each other. For step 31, we need these pieces. So we're gonna place the white one on top, then the black one, and then the orange one. It kind of looks like a sock. So moving on to 32. We need these pieces right here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab them.
So I messed up putting on the legs, so I'll explain what I did to place the legs correctly after I've completed the base. For now, I'm going to skip to putting on the tiger's tail, which is pretty simple. Just ignore the fact that the legs are messed up.
The next step is to connect the tail. No extra pieces on this one. And it's gonna go on just like this. We need pieces for the base. So we're finally gonna be using this square. All right, so for this one, we're just gonna start placing. I think this one's gonna be the easiest one to start with because we can count 4 notches away and then place it. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place. And then from here, we can look at the picture and place the rest of the pieces. We need one of these. So I'm hoping the base is pretty self-explanatory once you get that first piece down. Still showing what I'm doing though. Just not really saying which pieces I'm putting down. Here's how it's looking. So I realized I placed more of them in the wrong spot. So I took them off. I'm just gonna replace these things back on so that they're in the correct spots. And hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm doing here. So remember, the key to starting this space is that you need to count the 4 spaces over. From there, you just need to pay attention where you're putting the pieces on here, because it can be hard to take these pieces off. It's also very hard to tell which pieces go where. So you just really have to pay attention, because even I'm like looking very carefully. Okay, so there's the first part. And as I'm looking here, the last piece that I put on was like the guide piece that they suggested you put on first, but I think it was easier to count 4 and then work back. But, you know, do what works best for you on this part. We're gonna move on to 35 and get these pieces, and we just have 36, attaching the tiger, and the final part is just the end result. I'm gonna start right where I started on the last one. So I started with this piece here. That piece is right here, and on my base, it's right here. So I'm gonna start with whatever piece goes there, which looks like one of these little yellow pieces. That's actually, I mean, you know, it's highlighted yellow. And I'm just gonna work my way around from there. As far as I can tell, I finished 35. Here's how it looks. Now I can do 36. I usually think that once you get the first layers going, it's pretty simple, including with the animal. So we're gonna start off here, which is right here in the image, and then just keep building on. Okay, so that part's in. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this spot right here, and then I just need to do this last area. So it's saying to do this here. This goes next to it. And we're gonna put this in between. And then this here. This is the base. And we should be able to put the tiger on. So let's see how this goes. All right, it's on. I'm not sure when my legs are off, but there is the tiger.
So I actually ran into a challenge with the legs. I built them correctly. There was nothing wrong with the way I showed you how to build them. My problem was when I went to go place the legs, I got all confused. And it might have been because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost done, and I started getting antsy. But the main reason that it also looked a little weird was because once I started placing the legs or trying to figure out where it went, the pieces started falling apart, and I was just kind of placing any piece that fell apart anywhere that looked right, and it just wasn't looking right. And I came to the conclusion that I had to remove the legs and do them over again. The front legs were fine, but I still did them over again because I just wanted to make sure. I ended up going one by one. So I built leg one, and then I figured out where it needed to go on the body, and I placed it. And when you're placing it on the body, your body should look pretty identical when you flip it over to place the leg. So it shouldn't be too complicated to figure out where the leg needs to be placed. If anything, you'll just have to move it around a bit. And so after I built leg one, I went to leg two, built it, and then placed it. Leg three, built it, placed it. Leg four, built it, placed it. After I did that, everything was in the correct spot and it stood correctly on the base. Because when I had done the legs the first time, they weren't sitting on the base correctly, and I was like, I don't know. And that's when I was just like, let me just take a break from this. It all worked out pretty okay, and I just say just be patient when you're putting the legs on, because it might fall apart and you might have to rebuild the legs. And then the tail was fairly easy to put on. So let me show you the final result. Here it is. Let me get closer. So I think it turned out really good. I think that this is a challenging mini building block puzzle. If you're just starting out, maybe a 12 and up one isn't for you, maybe a 7 and up one is. It'll probably be a lot more easy because it has less steps. This one had way more steps than an age 7 and up one does. These ones are examples of age 7 and up. I did enjoy doing this, so it was really fun, and I was excited to see the final outcome, and I'm excited with how it turned out. And I'm glad that it's over, but I enjoyed the time that I had building it at the same time. So hopefully this in-depth tutorial did help at least one person understand the instructions a little better, no matter what animal you're doing. I would just be so happy if it did at least help one person out, because I don't think I've gone step by step before. I think you guys have kind of just watched me do it, and it hasn't been from my point of view what I'm looking at. So let me know what you guys thought of the whole scene from my point of view as I'm building, or if you just like watching me build these instead of the in-depth step-by-step thing. But I think it'll help somebody. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe. I would love to have you here, and I will see you in the next one.